So here we are, the last workout of the first week of the cut. So far, I'm feeling pretty good about it. Of course, I'm only 1 week in. I don't think I'm gonna be able to tell much from just 1 week. Actually, I know I'm not. Um, but in terms of how I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good. I will say though, the only thing I'm noticing already, which is kind of surprising, is that my energy is already kind of not where it was. Let's just say it like that. So that kind of has me worried. But I'm thinking, you give me another week or two, it'll kind of balance out. My body will adjust and I'll get used to it. I think it's just, I took all those fats away, the sugars, calories, and also some carbs, and my body's just kind of like almost in shock. I wouldn't say quite in shock, but almost. It's like, whoa, where's all the fuel? You know. Um, but yeah, it is 10:22. This is an early day for me. We got rained out at work, which honestly, I don't mind that every now and then. Gives me some more time to rest, some extra rest. Um, yeah, I mean, it kind of hurts the paycheck a little bit, but as long as it doesn't happen often, I'm totally okay with it. So it's like normally I don't get here until 3 or 4 in the afternoon, and it's almost 10:30, and we're already, I've done 320 reps total of abs, different kinds of crunches and stuff. Um, and I think I mentioned this before, but whenever I do my abs, which is usually probably going to be on a Sunday and Friday, I know it's kind of close, but just for my schedule, it works best. Um, but usually on those days, I'm not going to do cardio before I weight train. But on the other days, I'm going to split my cardio up and, like I did, do 10 minutes, except for maybe leg day. We'll exclude leg day too. But all the other days, do 10 minutes of, you can call it a warm up, but it's still cardio. I mean, I burn about 110 ish calories each time. Then we'll weight train, and then I'll do another 20, 25 minutes of cardio again. Usually during that session, I'm burning, it's like close to 250. It varies. It's usually between 225 and 250. So, it's basically 350 extra calories or more that I'm burning that I wasn't before. So, but yeah, we did abs training. It is shoulder and tricep day. You can probably tell that from the title of the video already. But I gotta be quick here. I've already carried on too long. But we're gonna start with seated dumbbell flies. Obviously, 2 second eccentric again. I really like the way it's been feeling. Then I'll move on to triceps, and then the next shoulder exercise that I do is something interesting that I seen on Instagram of all places, and I won't even get into it any more than that. But it's a new shoulder exercise I've never done, but it looked cool. It looked like it could be effective, so we're gonna give it a go today. Um, but that's later. That's later in the workout. So let's just focus on this. Again, only 6 total sets of shoulders, 6 total sets of triceps, and then I'll pose, and then wrap it up with some cardio again. So should be fairly quick as long as I don't get long-winded. All right. All right, number of reps unknown, but honestly, I really don't care. I'm just trying to go to failure on these. Honestly, I know I've preached before, and I still believe this. You don't need to go to failure on every set. I'd actually only probably say, if you do 10 sets of X body part, two or three of those need to be to failure. The other ones you can stop 1 to 2 reps short. Like you still push it and go really, really close, but not every set needs to be like that. All right, 2 more here. Probably save the drop sets for later in the workout. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe not. We'll see. See what I feel like when I get there. I am fasted right now, so I have not eaten. Of course, it's only, I say only, but it's 10:30. Um, and my plan was to fast until I got off, which was originally again gonna be at 3. That changed, but I haven't eaten since 6:30 yesterday evening. So how many hours that is? Um, and I feel it now. I know there's some like mixed feelings about fasting. I'm not one of those people that fast for days. 1, 2, 3 days even. I feel like at a certain point it is for what I'm trying to do. It's detrimental. Because I'm trying to build muscle. If you fast too long, your body's gonna start breaking that down. Um, so but a good like 20-hour fast, I do think for me it works. Now I've seen personal instances where it's worked for me. Works great actually. So it's one of those things where you can try it yourself, play around how long the duration of the fast is, um, and see if it works for you. It's not going to be for everybody, but for me, it does definitely work. It's just, I bring this up now because one set in and I'm like kind of starting to feel weak and almost very lethargic. I know it's because I fasted, um, but I brought it upon myself, so I can't really complain too much. But it's just something I wanted to note. So if you guys kind of see me moving real slow, you know why. But since I got off earlier and I'm going to be working out now, the plan is, I did my abs, train, cardio, go home. I'd imagine I'll probably get home around 12, 12:30. As soon as I get home, you know, eat a good meal. And here's where the kicker is. People that fast, I feel like a lot of them find that or give them a reason to eat whatever they want more often, which yes and no. Because if you're trying to get where I'm trying to get to, which is, a strict physique and a look, if I fasted and then I got home at 12, 12:30 and then ate, you know, a honey bun and I don't know, just throw any crap food you want in there, it would kind of defeat the purpose of what I'm trying to do. Now you can still stay in pretty good shape doing that, but I'm gonna go home, eat 8 ounces of chicken with a half cup of green beans and a sugar-free Dr. Pepper. So it's a big difference there, big difference. All right, set number 2. Okay, okay, one more. Okay. Well, it's pretty obvious now, but I decided to say fuck it. Let's just go ahead and do the drop set. I'm glad I did. That felt really good. Really good. All right, let's do something for triceps. Okay. After the first set, I was actually a little concerned because I was having some pretty serious elbow pain. I'm sure you can tell by the grimace on my face. But good news, this set felt way fucking better. So, um, yeah, we'll do one more in a drop set. Kind of just mirror what I did for shoulders. Feels fucking good. My triceps are looking pretty good, if I do say so myself. Humbly, of course. All right, let's do another one. All right, I honestly could have went heavier, but you know what? Just for this week, I think it'll be okay. Don't you? I mean, I was just preaching yesterday how I need to kind of set my ego to the side. And again, It's not that I can't do it. I could have added two more fives on there and felt almost just as comfortable. Maybe would have took a rep or two away. Um, but sometimes, let me kind of emphasize that going a little lighter is better. All right, let's do this drop set. All right. All right, now it's time for this new shoulder exercise. This could either be really fun and good, or I could just fucking absolutely hate it. But one thing's for sure, I'm gonna try it out. Well, I think I have this set up just like I want. Again, this is a new exercise, so anytime you do something new, there's a little bit of, well, in some cases, a lot of kind of unwalked ground. So I don't know. I did a couple feel out sets, and I think I have it on the right weight. Um, it could be too heavy. If I can get at least 10, I'll stick with it. Um, but we'll see. I will say, let me emphasize this: what you're about to see me do, you do not need a lot of weight. Do not try to be Superman here. Um, this is all about good form and making sure your shoulders are doing the work. I can see a little bit of traps in there too. Um, but enough talk. Let me just kind of show you guys. Okay. Got a few partials in there at the end. It's a little awkward, I'll say that. But what I felt, I liked. I think it's just one of those things where you kind of you give it a couple tries, you get the form down, figure out your way of doing it. Um, and I think this could be a really cool shoulder exercise. I really do. So let's do two more. Probably throwing a drop set here as well. All right, I like it. I really do. It does make it a little easier if you can lean back. Um, Not a lot, just slightly, and it did feel better. It's just a nice change. I keep my elbows locked in, and you guys know I've been having some elbow problems. Keep them locked in, and it's kind of like an upright row. Not quite though. Obviously, it's different, but um, yeah, I like it. Let's do it again. The drop set. I'm gonna move on. All right, let's switch it up a little bit. We're gonna do some reverse tricep extensions. Um, I'm normally not the biggest fan of these. Actually, I couldn't even tell you the last time I fucking did them. Uh, it's probably been over a year, and the main reason is because if you have a weak wrist, it's gonna limit how much you're actually able to lift. And if your wrist is the weak point and not your tricep, it's like, well, how much are you actually working your tricep to full capacity? Probably not, probably not there. So again, I'm not the biggest fan, but just to switch it up, fuck it, why not? We're gonna do like 3 sets, a good drop set, and we're done. Well, we got cardio after that, but the weightlifting's done. Yeah, after all this time of not doing this, I'm still not a fucking fan. I'll be quite honest with you, they kind of suck. Really. I felt that more in my wrists than anything, and that's why I didn't ever do them. Though, let's switch out this fat pad. Um, Maybe I'll grab one skinnier that'll help a little bit, but no guarantees. I've already done a set, so I'm gonna ride it out. But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of these. That did feel better, but I think the weight's too light. That's the main problem. Let's try that. All right. Other than being completely starved, I feel pretty good. This is a good one. And let me say before I forget, the more that new shoulder exercise I did kind of settled in, the more I liked it, like a lot. Um, like mainly it's just something, it's hitting my shoulders from a different kind of angle of attack. Normally, 90% of my shoulder stuff is all just fucking shoulder flies. I mean, that's it. But that's what works. But this right here, what I just did earlier, I need to figure out what they're called exactly. Um, Felt great. Felt fucking great. All right, man. We said we get some of this posing done so I can get my cardio in. Mm. Anyway, so I can go get my cardio in and then get my first meal in of the day. All right, week one of the cut done, done and done. Got a ways to go, a lot more work to do, but that's the beauty of this. You should always be trying to improve in one way or another. It's not always going to be the same. Um, Sometimes it can be the same for a long, extended period of time. But as long as you're trying to improve and get better, that's all that matters, man. In whatever aspect you see fit. All right, I'm ready to get the weekend started. Let's go do the cardio, and then I'm out.